I'm your ice cream man, baby. Stop me when I'm passing by. Although
It's been a long time.
it has been a while, we're technologically refreshing. What's the name of this wonderful rendezvous? Something with H's, right?
It's Harleys and Hairspray
That's right.
with a little bit of forestry in the back.
I
And I'm not talking about your hair.
You're definitely not talking about my hair. Okay, so we're back, like we never
Yeah.
left.
We're back like we never left. It might even be the same season from the last time. Oh no, that would have been the fall when I hit record.
That is a long time
Been a long
between
time.
pressing record buttons. You're saying you landed?
Yeah, so
Okay, so fill me in.
so you're gonna have to speak up because of forestry behind us.
The guys, here's the thing. I live in a retirement community, and some of these retired people just pack their lives with projects, and they never
I
stop.
know.
They're always putting on knee pads, and they're working with chainsaws and
Things that plug in and go.
things that plug in. I typically just have battery-powered content next to my bed, but some people like to have their things plugged on in. So here we is. So you're saying, so welcome back, beautiful viewer. Tell me.
You
tell
had a
me
question for
everything.
me.
Yeah. Well, I asked you how you were doing, and you said, "I think I'm landing."
Yeah,
And I quote, "What does that mean?"
right? In fact, what you said was, "How come you look like someone I haven't seen in 5 years?" And then,
No, I mean you look youthful and refreshed.
yes.
Please don't misconstrue.
Oh no! But what I'll tell you how I read it. I read it as, and this is why I answered it the way I did. Is I read it as something's different in you.
Yes, exactly. Like there is a new wrinkle, but not literally. There's a new emotional.
Careful.
There's a new emotional layer, and I want to know what it's due to.
And so my response was, "Yeah, I'm landing. I'm landing." So I think when we last spoke, like here, I was just beginning my journey as an expressive arts therapist
Mm-hmm.
and starting my school. And I was just kind of describing what that was all about. And so I'm a year in now. And
Congratulations, first of all.
thank you. I am killing it, by the way, too. Like, and what I mean by that is, and not that it matters.
No, hold on. Objectively, quantifiably, you're killing it?
I'm killing it.
As a student in the class.
As a student in the class.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm not killing anybody, No.
You're crushing.
I'm
Good.
crushing.
Well, that's because you're brilliant.
But the reason why this is kind of a big deal, I'm a shitty student. Like you got to know, like I'm a shitty student. I never cared about being a good student. I was like, as soon as I'm a good student, I'm not actually making good art.
You're such a rebel.
I am.
Okay, I love it.
And I can't be a good student. And at the same time, I'm getting like A's and A pluses and all that stuff. And I'm like I've never cared about that stuff. Like never. I was a consistent C minus, D, C plus, A's in choir and all the things. But, I even made the honor roll ones only because I was in choir and acting and all of those arts things. But anyway, I'm killing it. And it's been this amazing exercise. When I think about what this conversation is about, it's been this amazing exercise of honestly not giving a shit about whether or not what I'm doing is right or accurate, and at the same time wanting to honor the framework of the study, and then going all in on my own exploration within the framework of the study. So I'm not going outside the lines of what we're studying. There are no lines within what I'm studying for me. And
sounds like a great fit, actually.
Oh, right?
But it gives you no room to rail against the system.
Yeah, it's true. There's no room for my rebel.
That's right.
So the only person I deal with is myself and you.
I'm just here to remind you need to find a way to rail against the system. We got to hold down the man.
That's right, because good art comes from railing against the system.
Exactly.
And so.
And why is this such a good fit for you? What is it about it and your current chapter in life that are so perfectly intertwined?
Yeah. Well, so when I say I'm landing, what I'm experiencing is that, again, going back to what we talk about here, which is life as an artist, I feel like I'm experiencing, not just I feel like, I'm having a lived experience of all of the pockets of all the sparkly, shiny bits that has caught my attention as an artist are all, I didn't know there was a house for all of them. And the house is called Expressive Arts.
That's beautiful.
Right?
Can you define for our viewer, or maybe concretize when you say expressive arts, that phrase or that concept? What does that mean?
I think so I'm just going to preface this with, I think it's a bit of a moving target right now. It's only, I think, like 50 years old or something like that. And so expressive arts is exactly what I just said. It's expression. So it's intermodal, meaning as a therapist, I am intermodal. I move in between modalities, and I am then multimodal in what the knowledge base is. So it's music. It's not really music in terms of learning notes and all that stuff. Right. It's sound, it's movement, dance, it's drama therapy, it's drama, it's written word, and it's you've heard me say this before, as a writing coach and a story coach, communication is a sacred practice. And when we pull expression in, for those that words are not their way of being heard, there is expressive arts. And for those who where I'm kind of leaning in right now is from a therapeutic perspective, is those who may feel like they don't have a voice, they're not allowed to use their voice. And by voice, I don't just mean this voice. I mean,
seems like Maximus the dog.
Maximus the dog.
He doesn't really use his voice to communicate, but an incredible communicator nonetheless.
Incredible. You know what? That's actually a really on the nose, but a terrific
I understand.
example.
Yes.
And if someone's experienced any kind of trauma, and so for the artists listening to this right now, if you've been through any program that's shut you down artistically for whatever reason, purposely, not purposely, like whatever, intentional, unintentional, if your feelings have been hurt in some way that you actually feel like you can't access that part of your expression, expressive arts therapy might be for you.
I grew up in Russia with Russian parents, and I've been indoctrinated in, oh, you've got hurt feelings? Well, get over it. We all have hurt feelings. You need a therapist? No, you don't. You need another job.
Yeah.
Let's go. But no, I understand.
And at the same time, I'm going to run with that, because it's almost like for you, the work became the expression. Like the work became the gate to the expression. But for someone who might be, who can't get there through the challenge, right? Because for some people, challenge is the gate that opens it up.
Right.
But for others, it may not be. So that's, I'm landing because I feel like, okay, in really basic terms, I can walk in the room and nobody thinks I'm weird.
That's already unusual. But remember we talked previously about finding your people, finding your spot, finding your community. It sounds like you're doing just that.
Yeah.
Which is really gratifying.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I know you, and you're a living, breathing, human, sentient being who tries not to live in the practical, but you have to. So how do you not let this practice become too airy-fairy and here are my crystals? Because it has a little whiff of...
Oh my God, I'm going to punch you.
Let
me call you one time. You'll be my regular style.